Teacher Talking Sports, what does, what do, how we live. And it's Wednesday, so it is time for my weekly picks against the spread as we enter week 7 of the NFL season. Just two teams with buys, the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. So a 15-game week. Let's take a look at my weekly record. So 5 games over 500 for the season, even after that awful 2-13-1 week. 4 of my next 5 weeks had winning records, including last week when I went 8-6 and lost a couple games by half a point, like Commanders plus 6.5. They lost by 7. But anyhow, let's continue the winning ways. Last season went something like 37 games over 500. But let's start with our Thursday night football game tomorrow night. Tough game to pick. Spencer Rattler will again be getting the start for the Saints. The Broncos defense has looked excellent. Maybe had their worst performance last week against the Chargers. But I think the Saints do enough to at least compete at home. Of course, losers of 4 straight really need to find a way to win this game. Our second straight Jacksonville Jaguars game in London, and if the Jaguars lose this one as well, will Doug Peterson remain the Jaguars head coach? That remains to be seen. But anyhow, I don't think the Patriots are a good team. They certainly aren't. But their offense did look improved with Drake May. And I think it's a competitive game. Maybe not an exciting game, but a competitive game. Lions +2 at Vikings. The Vikings aren't going to go 17-0. They're bound to lose. I think this is the game they end up losing at home. Yes, the Aiden Hutchinson injury is huge for the Lions in negative fashion. It was looking like the league's best pass rusher, to be honest, this season. But I think the Lions pull out the win and move to within a half a game of the Vikings for the NFC North lead. Eagles have not looked good all season. Let's be serious, but still 3-2. Giants just lost Andrew Thomas for the season, easily their best offensive lineman. Offensive line hasn't been as big an issue for the Giants as it's been in the past, but maybe it will be again, especially if we have to see Evan Neal. We'll see if Malik Neighbors plays after missing 2 games, but even as a Giants fan, I think the Eagles cover that spread. Right now, I think the Packers are just as good as those 2 teams in the NFC North I mentioned, Lions, Vikings. It's going to be the whole division's awesome. I mean, the Bears are also 4-2. But Texans without Nico Collins, they still have Tank Dell, they still have Stephon Diggs. But right now, I think the Packers are playing great, and at Lambeau Field, they find the way to win. Browns just traded Amari Cooper. I mean, Jerry Jeudy's their number 1 receiver. Ouch. But the Bengals also really haven't looked great. Defense has looked miserable. But they rebounded nicely against the Giants. And if there's a team that pretty much any defense can look good against, it's the Browns. But I'm not saying the Browns are going to win, but I think they cover at home, underdog by 6. Right now, just big quarterback mismatch in this game. Josh Allen versus Will Levis. I'm waiting for Mason Rudolph to take over the reins for Tennessee, to be honest. But, maybe Tennessee's just waiting for next season and, where they'll draft a future quarterback. Maybe they just keep Will Levis in and let the losses pile up. Seahawks, after their 3-0 start, man, they have not looked good, including losing to my Giants. Now 3-3. Falcons have been playing much improved of late, and in a 2-team battle right now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the NFC South lead. I think they cover and win by about a touchdown. Let's look at the rest of the schedule. Colts at home, favored by 3 against the Dolphins. Dolphins offense has looked, atrocious without Tua. I think Anthony Richardson's going to be back. Not sure if that's a better thing for the Colts, but I think they cover. maybe news that hasn't really gotten the note, hasn't been in the news as much as it should be. The Commanders losing Jonathan Allen for the season. That's a big loss for them, but won't be seen as much against a team like the Panthers. Commanders rebound after their loss to the Ravens. I just think a 6.5 point spread for the Rams right now is too much the way they've played this season. I mean, the Raiders have looked really bad, somehow beat the Ravens though. So not saying the Raiders win, but I think they cover that 6.5 point spread. Right now, I just can't take the Chiefs. I mean, I can't go against the Chiefs as underdogs, even at San Fran. So I'm taking the Chiefs to, I guess, remain undefeated unless they were to lose by a point. But yeah, I can't go against the Chiefs as an underdog right now. Jets got Devontae Adams, and reports are he may play after missing 2 or 3 games with the Raiders. Steelers look like they're going to make the transition to Russell Wilson as their starting quarterback, but the Jets really haven't been successful against good defenses. I know Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams has that connection, but the Steelers' defense has been awesome this season, and Jets fall to 2-5. That would not be good. Ravens right now arguably look like the best team in football. Chiefs might have something to say about that, but the Chiefs, most of their games, they've barely been able to, only won by one possession. Ravens, again, clicking on all cylinders. Maybe not the defense as much, especially against the Bengals, but I think they defeat the Buccaneers, and that's the first of two Monday night games. The other one, not as exciting. Cardinals, I never know what to do with them. They're so Jekyll and Hyde, very inconsistent team. I think at home they find a way to, I guess I'll say, beat the Los Angeles Chargers, although the Chargers defense has played excellent as well and might not make life easy for Kyler Murray, James Conner, and, we'll see if Marvin Harrison plays. I don't think he will. It seems like when guys go in concussion protocol, they miss at least one game. But there you have it. Those are my week 7 picks against the spread. And I should mention that those spreads are via 5 p.m. Eastern Time today, Wednesday, October 16th, on DraftKings Sportsbook. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with, who are some of your best bets for week 7. Hoping for another winning week to get more over 500 than I currently am. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share that video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.